It's
So
how you finish. It's always how you
wait,
finish.
that's who said it. I was trying to figure out who said that, and it was so pretty. Tony, now see, I can see it now because she's in front. So I was telling them that today. That came to me when I was thinking about how Kamilla and Angel. Well, more so of how Kamilla is doing because Angel has been doing it, or
Right.
whatever. But just seeing them do it together,
Mm-hmm.
like we know they can, even though we don't know what the future holds far as the organization part.
Right. Well, where I am with it is I am super excited for these two. I knew that when they ended up on the same team that they would do the things that they're doing. I think that had they had a great coach, they will both be further along than they are. I think that they're doing some great things, but they are going to be perfect together. They are a pair like no other. And I am excited for them and what the future holds for them in the W for sure. Um, I hope I hope that Chicago don't do something dumb by splitting them up. I know that we want greater things for them, and I hear some folks, in the chatter and around the community and also within the YouTube streets and the world and all the social media guys and the platforms. Some will put a damper on Angel, and then others will praise her highly. And some want to see her go someplace else where they think that she would dominate and do better. I don't think that that's the case. I think she's right where she needs to be. We would like her to be with a team where she can flourish, right? It's tough when you're on a team and you're the best thing on the team and you're constantly trying to find ways on the outside how to get better, which is still never a bad thing, right? Being the franchise player as she's named, and the things that she's done and pretty much put herself in the forefront for that. Of course, everybody knew that it was supposed to be Kamilla. Kamilla loves where she is. And when it comes to Kamilla defers. She likes deferring. And when you put her in the front, I don't know if that is something that she wants. So let's not force her to be something that she doesn't want to be and that she deems that she's not, right? She's a player that thrives off of someone that has her back cold-heartedly, 100%. And right now, that's Angel. When she was out at South Carolina, it was Raven, right? So now that she's here, it's Angel. She loves Angel with her whole heart. And I'm like this, right? Angel feels the same way about her. And when you have two bigs that are like that, the pair is like no other. You're not going to get this in the league. And I think once Kamilla get out of her own head and she start to realize how good she is, she will be a force to be reckoned with. And she may at some point get to where she shines dramatically down there on the post, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal for whichever team she continues to play for. It be Chicago, great. It be somebody else, great. I just think that if you split them up at this point, you will do more damage to Kamilla than you would help her, right? Because she's so invested in playing with Angel. I don't think that if she goes somewhere else, she's going to get the nurturing. I think that other players will try to gravitate to her, but I don't think she will get the nurturing and the push all at the same time. I think that she will have an opportunity to be pushed, but it's the charismatic feel that Angel has for Kamilla. But you can also see how Kamilla feels when it comes to playing and being around Angel. She said it in the last meeting. And if people were listening, she said it last year too. And she also said it early on in the season. So sometimes you have to just listen to what the players are saying and how important that is for them, right? Um, Now, what I think about them this year, it's been absolutely phenomenal watching them this year. Watching them play when they're at their best and they're having that huge camaraderie. I see Jacob, you asking Pearl should be other way around. No, it shouldn't be other way around. I think what I'm saying is absolutely true. I don't feel that it's Angel that has the charismatic and the feel for Kamilla, and Kamilla, Angel is thriving off Kamilla. You're not watching the same game. I'm just kidding, Tulip. No, no. I just think. I mean, and we're all, entitled to our opinion. No, when we're looking at them, you gotta watch their eyes, watch their mannerisms, watch how they interact. I'm telling you, with Kamilla being the player that's on, always seems like she's on the outside, and she's not by far on the outside, right? I think that when people are looking at the two of them, sometimes they want to say, well, Kamilla has that charismatic attitude, and that no, she feels like more she should be the boss. I don't think that. I really believe wholeheartedly, and being around a bunch of players that are like that, those players thrive off of each other tremendously. They thrive off of each other tremendously. And Kamilla is a player right now at this moment in time, and it could change throughout her time in the season, right? But in this moment in time, she is comfortable with being behind Angel. She's comfortable because she knows that they work in unison, right? They're a pair. And when she starts to see that division, then no, I don't think that she would think that it's cool. I don't think that she would feel comfortable. But they're a pair at this moment, and we want them to continue to be a pair. They are thriving to the T right now and feeding off each other, and the guards getting involved in where their like-minded thinking is. Those two will score double doubles and be in double figures and will score 20 plus per game. If you both your bigs doing that per game, and out of 42 games, 47 games, however many games that we're playing, 44, if you could get them to have half the season playing like that, no one in this league will be able to stop them.
Right.
Unstoppable. Yeah. But it comes with full play, and that was displayed when we played New York. Granted, New York wasn't at its full strength. I am going to give New York that, and I'm not going to take anything away from Chicago's win. But if they were at full strength, I think they would have gave us more of a stiffer competition. I do believe that we still would have won. Why? Because the passion and the drive that they had at that moment during that game, and what they wanted to do for Sloot, what they wanted to also do for Onyenwere, because Onyenwere played for that team. Onyenwere was a Rookie of the Year playing for New York. So it was a twofold for them in that game, and I appreciate that they gave them such good moments in that game and came out with the W. Last year, under Teaspoon, I know that they did really good. Kamilla was out for some time, and it was a slow start for her once she came back after her shoulder injury. And then her shoulder injury wasn't at full strength. And that's the toughest thing about a season. When you're injured, you don't have the full amount of time to recover the way your body needs to.
Right.
And you can't heal like you want to before you're almost pretty much forced to come back. One thing people don't understand in this type of league, because it's a business, you have to come back sooner than you should. Because in your mind, like, I got to get back out there. I got to play. Look at Angel right now. I got to play. I need to play. I just want to play. And it's not easy for them when they're hurt to sit back either, right? I still know that Angel is not at full strength. If you watch some plays, the way she lands, not the best landing, and she's getting up the court, but she's getting up the court a little bit slower than should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, she's able to give you what she can. I, on this segment last night, you had our beautiful Duvall try to give a little bit of a critique where, and he's right for his own opinion. I wasn't taking anything away from his opinion, right? Because we all have
Right.
our own opinion. He felt like she didn't play well. She had moments, and he said she needed to do better. In a sense, not those exact words. So don't quote me, Duvall, before you come on. Or you try this later, and you won't tell me about myself. Look, Duvall. I like the ball though. The ball, his critiques are something else. However, I do feel like there's moments where she took plays off that she could have done some things different. However, we still cannot take away that she is still hurting in a sense, right? And so I don't expect her to be 100% her. She gave us what she could in New York, and it was perfect, right? Remember, 2 days later, we're playing again, which is for someone who has a back injury, to which I have as well. It's not as easy, right? To come back and give you a duplicate of what happened the day before or 2 days prior. You can come in and you can give your best. And she did that, not making excuses for her, because there's some plays that I felt like she could have gone harder, but we're not in her shoes. So I am not going to depict on what she should have done right then and there at that moment. She did what she thought was best for her. And we, as her fans, have to give her that. We have to give her grace. But yes, we're also fans, and we're on the outside looking in, and we will hope that she would give us the excitement and the oohs and the ahs that we want. But I have to also think like a coach too. And I have to think that she's my player, and what do I feel she's thinking at that moment? And what I feel she's thinking at that moment is, I want to be 100% for my team, and there's a lot of things that I want to do. And I'm frustrated because I just can't give them every inch of me right now. I can't give them 100% of me. And you can see that in her in the moment if you are paying attention.
Yep. That's what I said. The eye test is good for their skills, but it's also good for discernment for the person. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Know your players.
Yes. And the stats say she only had 2 turnovers. Yes, one of them was at a critical moment. But again, I'm thinking like a player. I'm not thinking like a fan. And as a player, when you get in a jam like she was on that last turnover that Duvall was referring to, right? She threw the ball towards the sideline where she thought a guard should possibly be. Was the guard moving? No. But again, I speak so highly of the sophomores and the rookies right now, and their knowledge for the game is so much greater because they're so used to players moving constantly in college. You're constantly moving to the open gaps. You're constantly moving and getting into places where a ball could possibly go. Guards are constantly moving. In this league right now, we find too often that guards like to stand around. And it does put bigs in a vulnerable position to where they are forced a turnover. Should they be thinking otherwise? Yes. But however, they're thinking as if my guards should always be moving in case if I'm in a jam, I can throw a ball to where I think that they should be. Ariel Atkins is a player that thinks like that. If you notice, she's moving. She just has moments where she is not giving us the percentage from shooting wise that she should. The team is at a disadvantage right now, and I also have to critique them from the disadvantage. A lot of plays are on the coaches, and some of those plays are on the players. So we can't excuse the players for the way that the game is played as well within the realm of the game at that time, because it has to do with the play calling, and that comes from the coaching. But getting in position is the player's job. Sometimes you have to think outside of the play. And when you think outside of the play, you're going to get into the open gaps, because guards should be guard-like minded, and guards should always constantly be moving at all times. And when they're at a
Right.
standstill, it puts the bigs at a disadvantage. And I so much hate that for Kamilla and Angel,
Right.
because when Kamilla know that she's going to get the ball and she's going to be fed the ball, everybody notice Kamilla is running that floor. She's running that floor full speed, and that's what we need to see. That's those intangibles in which we're looking for from Kamilla, and everybody gets frustrated with her because she'll get that. She'll give you that look like, okay, whatever. But to keep her engaged, she likes fast pace. She likes getting in the gaps inside the paint, and she wants the
Mhm.
ball.
Right.
Same as Angel. Angel loves feeding her the ball. Angel loves for her to get in the gaps. And when it's Angel's turn to get in the gaps and fed the ball, guess who is feeding her the ball? Kamilla is feeding her the ball at the right time all the time.
Right. Right.
So you have to give them that. The guards have to think like the two of them are thinking. They
Right.
need guards that think like them, which is fast pace, movement, and getting in the gaps. A second longer is a second too late, and it's a turnover.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you give it too early, it's a problem too. You have to set it at the right time. It's not going to be perfect all the time, but it's going to be, if you give it to them at the right time, they're going to finish. They're going to be finishers. Those are your closers. So
Right.
that's what we got to do.
Right.
That's what we
Because
got to do. But that's how I feel. That's what I think. I think that they were learning last year. They were learning the system and learning for Angel, the critiques for her last year, and folks with her missing a lot of layups. Even I was like, God, dog it, Angel, right? But the game needed to slow down in her mind. Once it slowed down in her mind, look at her now, right? She
right.
settled in. The mind plays tricks on you. And when the mind is going 100 miles an hour and you can't think clearly, you just look at, I'm just going to put it up. I'm going to go any kind of way and I'm going to put it up by any means necessary. And that was her mindset at that moment, because I'm trying to prove that I belong. I'm trying to prove that I deserve to be here, that I was not a mistake. I was not a fluke coming out of the draft, right? And so her battling within herself on what to show she could do, she threw up a bunch of junk. Let's
Yeah.
be real,
Mm-hmm.
right? But she fought hard. She got her rebounds. She got the defensive rebounds, and she got her putbacks. If she made all of her shots off of putbacks, so what? In some games, it was effective. In some games, it just wasn't enough. However, as you can see in her mind, the game has slowed down. She's calmer. She's a calmer player, and she's letting the game come to her. And that's what she means when she's in the interviews and she's saying, I'm not doing it on your time. I'm doing it on my time. I don't care what you guys think. I understand that is a lot of people want to say a lot of things, but I'm doing it in my own time. And in her time is reality for her. And in her time is reality for the team that she's playing with. And if they're okay with her doing that, then we as her fans at some point have to accept that. And I know we want so much for her because she's good. And we
Right.
want her to be great. We want her to end up being phenomenal. So, hey there, Ms. D, I see you.
Hey,
I
Miss
see
D,
you.
what's going on, partner?
We,
Partner,
we
when you just getting up, Miss D? Cause Tony just got up about an hour ago.
Girl, I just woke up. I look,
That's that
look,
good rest, Tony. That's that
man,
good
my
rest.
soldiers been trying to wake me up all morning. And I'm
You
looking
need
at that phone like, child, ain't no way. Ain't no
that.
way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I was up all night. That's why I'm gonna send you I'm gonna DM you my number. You gotta call me after this ADP.
Okay, okay.
Because I was up all night trying to get some stuff done. Look, guys, make sure you go and subscribe. I got 3 bangers coming for you, but I need to talk to ADP before before I pull those bangers out. And come on over to my channel and hear what I got to say. Get in the chat. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm on point. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna converse with you guys. Also, one of those will be One of them, I want them to be live because I want my girl ADP to come up there. Even Miss D with her crazy self. And hey, I may open it up to the chat and have some of y'all come up on one of those segments, and we can talk, right? I love to do that. I love for you guys. I love the engagement with you all. Come on in the house. Go on and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Go ahead. Tell me what you think. Even so, I like for you guys to critique me too, right? Because I'm not right. We all have our opinion, and we're all not right, and we're all not wrong in certain situations, in certain scenarios. So please, by all means, do that. I appreciate that. I welcome that. But yeah, that's my thoughts, and you better cut me off because I'll keep talking.
Drop So Pretty Tony link in there. So we can get her subs up, because she coming hard. Y'all see, So Pretty Tony don't play, you know what I'm saying? But she don't play out of love. Like, she critiquing, but she nurturing too at the same time, but she let it be known, look, you know what I'm saying, this is what it is before you try, because sometimes people try to run over you too nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She got it. She got her soldiers and stuff. She knows what to do. She know how to balance it out. But yeah, you right. You broke that down so pretty, Tony. You are right. You made it where that's what I'm talking about, the difference when it comes to critiquing the players. You critique the players because you know the players. You know when they were playing at Maryland and South Carolina and everything. You know that. That's a difference than somebody want to critique them and just want bad. Everything is not going to be good games, and they do have to be called out on certain stuff that they're not supposed to be doing, because you believe that they can do better. That's a big difference. That's why I go back to, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Hey, Miss D.
Hey, Miss D.
Hey, it's weird coming this early with you.
Girl, I know.
Come to the light, Caroline. Come to the light.
All right. Hey, Tony. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Hey, everybody in the chat.
Look, you better tell God that, because he put it on me to come live and stuff like that today, this morning, because I was like, Lord, I'm supposed to be on D Block. He said, not today. Because you never know who need to hear it, who want to hear it, because it was quiet on the YouTube stream. I was like, it's really quiet on the YouTube streams.
I started to jump on at 1 this morning. I said, no, everybody probably asleep. That's how much I was like, I want to get this stuff out. I got 3 things. I got so much to talk about, man. And it was after 1. I said, oh God, no, everybody sleep. I got to catch y'all at least by 12. If I don't catch it by 12, I'm probably not gonna catch it. So
yeah. Because I was like, oh man, gosh, it's quiet. I checked, because one thing about Keisha, she's good at this, guys. If you go to the channel with the Players Club, or you go to her channel, you're gonna see all her thumbnails ahead. Like,
they are ahead, man.
Yes.
I got
Monday is a game, Wednesday is a game, Friday is a game. She always do her stuff ahead of time. So I'll be watching.
When I grow up, I want to be just like her.
Man, me too. I be posting, but not like that. She be ahead of the game. If she got 2 games
all set up,
she be posting it and putting it up so you could be aware of her coming on. That's how you keep your engagement. That's how you keep people coming back. And hey, no, it's just like a TV show. So if you want to come out here, you want to represent like a TV show, you do the times where we don't clash. So I always look first, and I'm like, okay, it's quiet. Let me just go on up. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go on up here. It's quiet. Nobody's coming on. I said, so I know the YouTube streets ain't gonna be quiet tonight. I know somebody coming on, but nobody posting anything yet. And those are them lives where you least expect it type.
Yes. Hey, I see all y'all in the chat. Go ahead, if you haven't hit those thumbs up. Hit thumbs up.
Get So Pretty Tony likes up. Get Miss D likes up. Miss D, drop your link in the chat. Hey Troy, and I do D Block because it's just how my schedule works out. So you might see little Moo, that's my little 7-year-old. He might come in with some surround sound and stuff like that, because he will give his big bro a run. for some money. You know that class that you got 17 and 7, so that's a big gap. And my daughter ain't here to moderate. So my daughter and my grandbaby, they are moderate, but they ain't here. So.
I know, right? Hey, y'all, I'm at 60. I'm at 69 subs right now. Hey, that's doing 69? Good for 2 weeks right now, right?
2 weeks.
So I'm at 69. I gotta get it up. I gotta get up to 100. I gotta get up to 100.
Okay, so Pretty Tony, guys, let's get So Pretty Tony up to 100 subs, guys. Miss D, what's your where you at? How many subs you want today? Because I win, we all win. We all winning today. How many more subs you need? You want some subs today, Miss D?
I need 31 subs. Yep. Come on, Miss D.
You put your subs out there. See, So Pretty Tony says she needs 31 subs. How many you need?
31 subs. I need 31 subs.
Give me to like at least 130.
Where you at now?
117.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Miss D need to get up to 130 subs, guys. That means she need what? 8. What is it? Well, yeah, 117. So you need 13. Mm-hmm. 13 subs.
Yep. That means if you in this chat, go hit us up right now. Go hit us up right now.
And if you're not in the chat and you binge watching, because I noticed that happens when I'm off the live.
Yes, the binge watchers. Yes.
Like certain people in the chat, and then it's like 100 or some people. I said, wait a minute, 100 people aren't in that chat, but y'all listening. So while you ear hustling, it doesn't take much. So like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Yes.
You're gonna. Hey, y'all like me wearing my hat, so y'all think I should take my hat off? Because I'm
like you. If you feel like you want to wear your hat, you wear your hat. It's right.
Like
I gotta, I love my hats, but
I got plenty of hat days.
Hats off after 5, but not on the live though. Not on the live.
Well, sometimes I gotta put my hat on because me and Lace might be fussing right now, and I don't be having time.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I just need to do it. That's all. I just need to do it.
Yeah, it's all right. However you want to do. You want to wear your hat So Pretty Tony? They don't care. They better not come for you in this chat. I done told them.
Oh, they won't come for me. They like me in this chat. Y'all like me in this chat, don't you?
Yeah, they like you So Pretty Tony. I told them they can't come for the panel. They can't come for the chat. Yeah. So so you good. So Miss D needs 13. So Pretty Tony says she needs 30 what? 30.
31. I need 31 to give me 100.
And I need 113. Anything's possible, guys. Anything is possible. Let's make it happen.
Let's fly it off the shelf, y'all. Let's fly it off the shelf.
This is not easy. It's not for the weak. This is not
easy. It is not.
What we do.
It's not.
But once you get your foot in there, that's it. Once you find your way, that's it. In the beginning, you be all over the place. But ADP, I done found my way. Miss D, she done found her way. So Pretty Tony know exactly what she want to do and how she want to do it. So she can ready to start dropping them bombs, guys. And
I got 3 coming for you,
explosion. And we are connected to our great phenomenal leader that God has blessed us with,
KSAP, yes.
And don't simply ball dropping. Don't forget L, because L, you may not see L up on the panels all the time or in the chats, but behind closed doors, she is one of the most encouragers. Her and that big girl.
Yes,
they are. They are encouraging. They are motivators. When you don't feel like you want to do it, they'll send you a word or they'll send you a motivation. Be like, dang, Lord.
Yeah, don't forget to catch me on Mondays. Remember, I'm on.
Okay, so you're gonna do Mondays?
On Mondays. We got the 10 o'clock. We got the recaps. Bro Claude and I got the recaps on Monday mornings at 10.
Okay.
And then we go on again on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I gotta get the schedule together, y'all. I'm learning all this stuff now. I'm new. I'm learning all this stuff.
So and So Pretty and Miss D, y'all need to put y'all Cash App and Zelle donation signs on top. Even if you come up here, I don't know how you do it, Miss D. Or do I need to put it up there for your Cash Apps and stuff?
Okay.
When your name show at the top, I think I'll get it from you guys to put up there too.
Yeah, we'll talk after this and we'll set our stages up so it'll have them on there. That'll be perfect.
Yeah, so you can have all that together, and that's one less. And look, that's an easy baby step right there.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so Pretty Tony will be on Monday recaps with Bro Claude at 10 o'clock. That's the time we're gonna have 10 o'clock.
Yep, that's our time, 10 o'clock.
And so you already know that Bro Claude is on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays on
Uh-huh.
his channel.
I'll be on the gingerbread. I'll be on the gingerbread man podcast too. I'm gonna be everywhere, guys. I'm gonna be
You know,
everywhere.
so Pretty Tony, you doing what you gotta do,
I'm
because
gonna be everywhere.
the
I
more
love
and more
talking.
they see you, they're gonna come to your palace. So
I
you're
love
doing the
talking.
right thing. You definitely doing, you on the road. You hitting everybody's channel up. You're supporting, and we're also in the same sense, we're supporting you too at the same time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we're killing two birds with one stone.
Well, I love our regulars. I love the fact that that you guys in the chat, you interact. This is amazing. I just want y'all to know that this is something that I've been trying to do for a while. And when you're out there and you're asking people uh, about stuff, and people are, as our brother K-Sap say, everybody can eat, right? Everybody, it's enough out here for everybody, right? And others, where one won't, one will help, right? And I'm grateful to have found all of you guys, ADP, Miss D, Keisha, Bro Claude, even some of the other guys. Zoe, I've had interactions. I like Zoe. Zoe is pretty cool. I've been on his panel. Um, I first started watching what's his name, Showtime. All of these guys, I'm just a fan of everybody. I'm here to converse and speak with everybody, but this is home right here. So you got a home, and when you find that home, you become family and you stick together. You got to keep your family together. Family don't always agree, but family do stick together in the end. So that's kind of how that goes, right? So you do what you got to do at the end of the day. But I'm a talker. I love basketball, as you can see. I'm huge when it comes to this sport. My knowledge base is there. Sometimes, tell me when I'm wrong. I ain't always right just because I've been in it, been a part of it, played it, coached it, been an all around athlete as well. So I ran track. I was a 400 runner, did really well. But I chose to do something better and greater for my family. We didn't come from a lot, but what we came from, I helped my family. I joined the military to help my family, and at age 17. So, when you're that young, you have to have a waiver to join the military. So, and I've been in the military off and on for a long time. I'm 51 now, for those that want to know. I am 51.
Ooh, that's a blessing.
And I stay very healthy on purpose. I got to teach the young ones that, hey, you can't fool with me. But this is me. Military life is me. I love structure. I love teaching. I teach as well. I'm an instructor, so I instruct the soldiers how to be soldiers the right way. So sometimes you'll hear me come off pretty strong in that sense, but this is what I do. I love it, guys. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you, ADP, always letting me come on. Ms. D, you funny, you hilarious. I love Tula Play, Big Girl, Reddick. You guys always have such great things to say. Even when a person isn't correct, you correct them in the utmost fashion. I appreciate that.
Very respectful chat.
In the chat, I appreciate you. L 504, I see you all the time. Even Goon. I think when I first started coming in the chat, me and Goon, we went at it for a little bit, but I like Goon. Goon is another one. He's extremely funny, right? I just love you guys. I love you all's interaction. I just wanted to put that out there before we move further on into the segment. I know I'm taking up some time, but I just
no.
Thank you. Yeah,
I apologize for being you. You look, whatever's on your mind, you say it, because so Pretty Tony. We talk about our sports, and we may go talk about our sports, and then we be like, here go an example of our life. Like I say example, or we'll talk about it. So it's important to do that, because you don't know who's listening. You don't know who's in the chat. who needs that type of encouragement. You started young, like Kamilla. You started at 7. You started at 17, and the same thing she for her family. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a blessing to hear that, because somebody might feel like giving up today, or don't want to push forward. You never know who's listening and who's watching. So by you giving giving what you had to say is needed. You know what I'm saying? We're not a community. We're not a community where we stay stuck to one thing. You're gonna get a whole lot. You're gonna get the love, you're gonna get the fun, and you're gonna get the back and forth, you're gonna get the battles, you're gonna get the sports, you're gonna get everything. And that's how a variety. We don't have to put ourselves inside of a box. We're not box people.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a box person. I am not. I am not a box person. And I love debates. So I'll debate anybody that want to debate a point. And if you win the debate, salute to you. Salute to you if you win the debate. But I'm a strong debater. I was a debater in school, and I'm a debater in the military. All these officers will tell you, God,
man, y'all be cooking so bad.
But hey, nevertheless, the same, right? So you just got to be able to stand 10 toes down on what you say, right?
Ooh,
and even when you're wrong, you better be 100%. If you're wrong, you better be 100%. But yes, absolutely. I love you guys. I love the community. I love doing this. As you guys can see, I'm very excited to do this, and been trying to do it, like I said, for a while. So now that I'm here, my son was busy in sports, and I just didn't have the time, although I wanted to do it. But he's grown now, and hey, he got his own family. He's doing his own thing, and here we are. Here we are 10 years later of trying to do this 10 years ago. So here we are.
See, that's how it is sometimes.
Time flies.
It does. Miss D, what you got to say about our Twin Towers, girl?
I'm excited about the future. They just need to get the right guards. Ariel, she could stay as far as, the veteran, but if they get the right guards and the wings, this team is a championship team.
Mm-hmm. So, like, from last year to this year, as far as Angel and Kamilla, who would have thought your South Carolina and LSU would join together and come into the WNBA and dominate in the way that they did? Who would have thought? I know that was not on nobody's bingo card.
Nope, I didn't see it.
Kamilla,
but thanks to Teaspoon, because
yes,
because I think Kamilla would have been drafted to the sky, but Angel wouldn't have been drafted to the sky.
Right. She knew. She saw the vision ahead of time. She knew. Because they ain't just, when they go to them drafts, they ain't just finding out. They looking, they scouting, like y'all said, they scouting and stuff.
She watches women's basketball, unlike a lot of people. She watches. and she's good friends with Kim Mulkey, and she good friends with Don Staley. Yay! No.
So LSU Tigers, rise up!
I told you, I used to love LSU with I like Pokey Cham as a coach.
We gonna get her started because she gonna. Ooh, Lord. Okay.
I told you when
Hey, my thing says it's failed to post to this community. I just sent a thank you, and it's not letting it go through. You see, it's kind of shed it out. Did somebody time me out on the chat?
They shouldn't have. Try it again. So pretty. Were you posting in the chat before? They shouldn't be It shouldn't be time. It shouldn't. No one should have timed you out.
I'm gonna hit a test.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Miss D. That's what we were so excited about that. Talking about them and talking about the difference in this year.
Okay. There it goes. It's good.
It's not a mod. Oh, she said it's not a mod. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I tell you, look, the chat don't play. You ain't get ready to get them so pretty, Tony. They shit so down too. people say, "Oh, it's not us."
I don't know. Every now and then it does that. It did that on Key Facts channel one time, and I was like, "Did you time me?" I said, "Somebody time me." And she said, "No." She's like, "I never timed you out." I said, "I don't know what's going on." And then I text again and I typed again, and then it went through. I don't know what happens. It does.
Well, sometimes StreamYard is something now.
Yeah, it could be StreamYard.
Yeah, when you
they
people
mess
with,
up a lot.
yeah, Miss D, they look. Sometimes
They
you be
do.
people with StreamYard for real.
Right. It
We be
frees
thinking it's
you and
YouTube.
all that type of stuff, and yeah.
So, Miss D, so okay, so you, like I said, we didn't expect the Twin Towers to be in here. So, how do you feel overall? Like I did clips on Angel and Camilla, little shorts and clips, or whatever on them, in the beginning. So, far as the players themselves together, what is the difference maker when it comes to our Twin Towers, and how do you, as a fan, appreciate their game?
I like the way they play together. Far as Angel, unlike the guards, is kind of weird. She knows where to get Camilla involved. A lot of times you see a lot of short clips of Camilla asking for the ball, and she just stand there like, "What is going on?" She knows where to get Camilla the ball so she can get the easiest shot as possible. And so I like the fact that they could. Angel knows where they play good off each other.
Yes, they know each other's. Yes, they know each other's game. That makes a difference, and they the only two that can get it to the ball. I mean, consistently get it to each other. Like nobody else, like consistently has been able to do it like the Twin Towers do between each other, and that's that twin connection, right?
Yeah.
So, moving forward. So, for us, how much of an impact has it played? I mean, has it played a part for you in you watching the game? Even though this season has been a season of storms, for our Twin Towers, what do you see?
If they get um the right guards and the right wings and the right coach, well, they just need to overhaul. If they do that, I hope they do. I hope they don't bring everybody back. They'll be fine. I like the future. Like I said, I like the future because they play good together, and I don't think they should break them up. Like Angel said, people try to put them two against each other, and they cool. And even in the press conference, Camilla was saying how um that they support each other. So I think that's pretty good.
Reddit said they feed each other more than those guards. It seems
They
so, but
do,
I can't be
but
too sure.
it's to be expected. You know why? They have players that should not be um that should be role players. They got them starters as starters, and that's not who they are. They're not starters, and that's okay.
Right, right.
It's okay.
And then, oh, she said last year Angel and Ken fed Miller the most. Oh yeah, most definitely.
And you know what's so sad? That's so sad. Now people talk about, oh, Dana Evans playing good. Dana Evans is doing this and that, and that's fine. But I I still lost a little respect for Dana because you could have played like this last year. They probably could have made it if you would have. If this Dana Evans that's playing for the Aces would have showed up last year, they could have made the playoffs. And you were so upset because you expected a role. They promised you a role that you sabotaged the team. You sabotaged the rookies. You had an attitude problem, and it just proves that you not a professional. So I had to. I'm not sure she's a bad person, but I lost a little respect because you let your personal emotions affect how you treated your teammates. And so I can't give Dan Evans
Correct.
too much credit. So because
You're
now you
correct.
playing good, it's crazy.
And when it comes to that situation too, you got to be very careful. Just okay, yeah, you're doing good on this new team, but you done set up something else too at the same time. They know that if you don't get your way, or if things not going your way, you may do the same thing like you did Teaspoon, and in so many ways.
She's not gonna do. She's not gonna allow that because Becky Hammond will get you out of there.
That's what I'm
So she
saying,
don't.
right? That's what I'm saying.
She's
The
not gonna
sad
play with
part
that.
about it is people know who to do it to and who not to do it to, and it's not right. And now you going to another team and you're doing better. You just all I'm saying is, Miss D, you got to be careful how you lay them eggs.
And she did it on purpose. She got talent, but she did it on
Yeah,
purpose. Like she would pass the ball, throw it off the backboard, and do some little slick stuff. It's not that you know what. Okay, she figure Spoon is a first year coach, and Spoon is very nurturing, and she took that for granted. A lot of the players, a lot of the veterans. But I blame that on Jeff. Just like this year, he did the same thing he did last year, this year, and that's promise people that shouldn't have been promised a certain role. You can't. I guess he felt like I had to promise them something because they not go. The veterans is not going to come here unless I promised them something, and that's sad.
she will say you trigger her. We can
No,
okay. We're not gonna talk. We gonna finish talking about that. We ain't getting into that because look,
no,
this
we're
is
not trigger. It's just that Dana.
no. She said
You know.
it trigger her.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sure, yeah. Because you came in, you sabotage. Instead of being playing a veteran, you could have been like a veteran, a role for like a veteran, but you decided that you want to be a frenemy. It's like, so yeah.
And you're right, Reddit. Dana threw Teaspoon under the bus. This player talking about grace. Spoon gave her too much grace. She did because she would not, no matter what the fans said, she would not move away from Dana. She would not.
Right.
She gave
She
Dana
gave Dana a lot of
the
rope.
yeah, she gave her the respect, the
Yes.
love, and
And Dana still
everything,
took it for granted.
and she took it for granted. Some people do that.
But
To,
who said Tulip said who would you choose? Jeff. I keep Arthur for another year, but Jeff got to go because Jeff is the reason why players probably not coming. He has a bad reputation around the league, so I would get rid of Jeff. Yep.
yeah. We finished with that. She wins
Sorry,
because
she wins.
she
The
wins.
reason why I say that because people keep coming in the chat for the Players Club and full court and keep saying, "Oh, Dana playing good. The Dana do it. The Dana." I'm like, "Oh, please."
We done with that because
We
this our
done. We
power
done.
show. She wins.
Right. It's
So
about the Twin Towers. That's focus on Twin Towers.
yeah,
Just get them.
everybody
Okay, the
look.
Twin Towers. Get them some guards. Get them
Okay.
some wings. Get them
Yeah.
a bench.
Hmm.
That's what we need, and they'll be okay. And we definitely need to get rid of Jeff because I don't want them to be broken up. And I want them to get in the owner's ear and say, you know what? We need for them to one of them two to be traded.
No, I don't think they're gonna trade Camilla and Angel. And
I
you
hope
remember,
not.
even though
But you
even
never
though
know
you guys, even
with this
though
team.
no, I don't think so because she made it clear Carly made it clear when she was on she made it clear. You probably had to go back and watch it, but she made it clear about the Twin Towers, what they were planning to do for next year. So, yeah, she made that. That's the first thing. I don't know if that was the first thing when she was talking about. Go back to when she was talking about the players who would stay, and she listed Angel, Camilla, Double A, Maddie, and HVL.
Well, the guards. Somebody said what
But
guards?
she
Let's see.
definitely she broke now. She definitely mentioned them, but the two that she broke down was Angel and Camilla. Of
Right.
what their plans were for the Twin Towers and stuff for next year.
Well, they definitely got to
So
get them some guards because they don't know how to give them the ball or they take these shots like Bam Bam and Arrow don't do it, but Bam Bam and Nurse and other players they ignore them.
and
Like
it's
the
not
ball should go inside. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, Miss D, it's not gonna happen in the way we think it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. What we need for our, for the whole team, it's gonna happen, but not in the way we think. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm at. Okay, go ahead, Miss
Because
D.
I think players like I don't know if Ariel gonna come back. I think she's unless they core
She
her.
was saying, "Oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
go
She
ahead."
was saying what?
She was saying, you remember, she also said with AA that they were gonna keep her. They were. It would be crazy because they were gonna keep her because of something like they traded her for that number 3 pick or something like that.
Yeah, so they might core her because she can
Yeah.
walk
Okay.
away.
Okay.
She can
Okay.
walk away. But somebody was
Oh.
saying
Okay.
the
Gotcha.
guards. Now I don't
Okay.
know. It depends on how the players play this year and how high Raven will go up. But as we stand right now, I don't think they will get Olivia Miles. I think she'd be gone by the time the Sky would try to get her. So realistically, if they can get uh, a player like Raven, and we'll see how her offense do this year. I think she can be a good offensive player. I just think that how Don runs the team, that's not what she wants from her. But I think she can score, and I think Raven will be good because Raven know how to get the big. She played good with bigs, and she know how to get the ball to Angel and Kamilla in the right spots. And yeah, I think um AL 504 said both, but we somebody know Tula said if you could if one can go and one can stay, what would it be? And I would say Jeff. I want both of them gone because I think it was a mistake to bring in Tyler. I don't think he's a head coach at this point. He's not a head coach. Yeah, but she might be gone before. I think Kiki Rice might be gone before Raven. But Raven will be a little bit better because even she said it. She was on the podcast for like the South Carolina Gamecocks, and she said that she would love to play with Camilla again. And she's very familiar. Like Kiki play Kiki is a more she's more looking for her shots than I don't think they necessarily need a guard like that, a point guard like that. They could just get a shooting guard that's want to like a Kennedy Carter that want to shoot. But the point guard, I want the point guard to mostly be a point guard that can shoot, but mostly pass first in a situation when you got two bigs. They could put up double doubles. So I would take Miles and Kiki are more um shoot first guards. Yep. I don't understand that. They should have brought in Bree Hall. And then you says somebody says something about the guards. If you can't get the free agent guards, bring in the players that this year that didn't get a chance to play, like Deja Kelly. I want to see if she could play. Bring in a Harmony Turner. I think the Washington Mystics brung Madison Scott. I like Madison Scott, but I don't know what the Sky doing. They could have easily brought in some young players to see because the way the draft is, they might not have the picks. So you have to
Right.
think outside the box.
Who who got the good picks for next year?
She is Jemima. Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, what she say? Raven is familiar with Angel Scan as well as.
She is.
Hmm.
And she's not gonna she'll shoot when she have to, but she understands that Angel and Camilla is the stars of the team. I think the problem is they brought in guards that think they're the stars of the team and they should
Right.
shoot and Raven, she has no problem playing her position, playing her role. She know if you need me to shoot, I'll shoot. If you need me to pass, I pass. She understands that. That's the type of guard they need. Because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you have to take advantage of the fact that you have two skyscrapers on the team. They don't need the guard to be the lead. They really don't. Not like that.
Right. And you're right, Miss D. That was the problem coming in. They thought they were it instead of working together. Everybody could have got it if they wanted to.
I ain't know. Oh, she said Deja Kelly is a hall. I never really seen her play like that. I think she played like that in North Carolina because they really didn't have anybody, And then at Oregon, it's the conference you play in is more open as far as the shooting concern. I don't know if she a hog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. She's okay with playing a role. I don't think she's a role player, Jemima, but I think she's okay to play. She's okay playing a role. Like I said, if you needed a score, she will score. But she's not gonna take away from what Angel and Camilla do. She knows that sometimes the matchups favor. They could be what Angel Camilla is a better version of what the Atlanta doing with Bree Jones and Brittany Griner, and that's gonna be a tough team because they got two big players, but they just younger.
I'm
Taya
back, guys.
Harris, I don't know. She's her injuries. I think she been start getting injury prone. I don't know. Kiki might be gone. I think that they rate Kiki ahead of Raven. So realistically, Raven would be. I just still think she'd be a better fit.
What are you talking
And
about
but
for the
these,
sky?
yeah, for the sky. But the veterans, like I said, you saw everybody talking about Keratin and all these. Realistically, if you keep Arthur Jr. and you keep Jeff, Pink Panther, you're gonna have to go with younger players. No veterans is gonna come on this team with those two, or at least one of the two. So people in the chat, sorry,
Hello.
there's no veterans is gonna come here because you have to think about it. You have to think about it. They wanted to get Kai Copper, keep her the year before, and I think they was gonna bring in NECA and Skylar, but they didn't have the facilities, and then I don't think they messed with Jeff. So
Mm.
I don't think you're gonna get any veterans unless what you did with Errol Atkins where you trade. They're not gonna come on their own. So that's out of the question unless you do something with the front office. That's just my opinion, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Carrington will be willing to come to Chicago. And maybe before she was, and of course, Unrivaled, that was different. But when we got into the season, they seen what's going on. These women talk. If you think they don't talk behind closed doors, they talk. But we don't need that's something that's between them and private. You know what I'm saying? But
it's not the
Yeah, they
city.
definitely talk.
It's not the city. It's just that Jeff. I'm sure Kai know Jeff, and she's like, oh no, and so the Gabby, the way they treated Kai and Gabby, they talk, and so you're not gonna get a veteran to just come here without a trade, a sign a trade. I mean, a trade, with a different team. They're not just gonna come from free agency. So you might as well just go younger, and it's nothing to lose now.
and I'm trying to figure out is the owner, guys, answer this for me. I'm trying to figure out if he's still there because it's some stuff that's gonna go down. I don't know what it is, but too many people coming to like I don't know. I know Lisa comes support, but that's a question at hand. And then you got another question when you got
I don't think Kai Copper. Yeah, she was a reason. Maybe she was a reason why Jeff got there, but she didn't stay because she didn't like how the team was ran. So it was some mix ups there.
Well, I think she didn't stay because of they traded everybody that was a part of that big duo, right? They kept a couple. They kept Dana Evans. They kept a couple of other players, but they
Favory,
weren't.
yeah.
Yeah, they kept Mabry, but those once Mabry traded, all you had really was Mabry when you really look at it. Dana at the time wasn't that effective. I mean, she was a role player and she played her role, right? So when you get rid of all the players that make the team great, and you're supposed to get Skyla and NECA, and you don't get those two, which will finish off the team, and the young ones will come in and play behind those guys and learn. When that's gone, I could see Kai looking at the team and saying, well, this ain't gonna be good enough, right? So wanting to trade and being traded are always two different things. But it could be the same when that's something you want, when you feel that the team isn't what you're not gonna have a decent enough team in the first place. So I don't see I don't see her coming back unless you have players that she can play with and that she knows she's going to win with. I don't think that she didn't think she would win with Angel and Kamilla. I just think that they saw, hey, there's rookies coming in, they're bigs, but they're not big. And I think she spoke on that very well. A lot of them speak on that. Uh, the point guard for the Aces said the same thing, right? They all said the same. Slim said the same. It's like you don't know the players very well. You don't know them at all. So you can see what they've done in college, but sometimes it just doesn't translate. It doesn't correlate to what they did in college into the pros, and some of them just don't make it. Bigs are hard to come by, but they're also a dime a dozen at the same time, because for a big, a guard can come in and they can grow. A big can develop or not. A big sometimes is wishy-washy. So I can see her saying, well, no, it's time for me to move around. Now, will she want to come back if there's a team and the Mercury they're not successful? Yeah, but see, the Mercury has to fall and not be successful. And Chicago has to have a duo, a great group of guards to play with her, as well as having your two bigs that will definitely make your team better, will help you win a championship as well. But it just depends for Kai. Dejanay had her opportunity. She said no because she took Dallas, and I know why she took Dallas. And we said she took Dallas. I'm going to say she took Dallas because Nalissa was going as well, or vice versa, right? They also wanted to play with each other. But as you can see, that was not ideal for those two to really play together. But I definitely get what you're saying, Ms. D, for sure.
But reason why I say that, hold on. Was Gabby Williams on that team?
Who? Oh, yeah, what, Chicago?
So, right. Because Gabby, they wanted her back. I think Angel was talking to her, and she said something about Jeff and stuff. So it was some things that was going on as far as how he was treating the players, and they didn't feel treated. Maybe not Kai, but Gabby was on that team too. But it's kind of weird. Let me say this. You said something very interesting, Tony. You said that they don't watch. There's no way that Kai Copwright, I'm not trying to diss her. There's no way you didn't see that she was a dog in college, and that wouldn't translate. There's no way you didn't see that Kamilla. And the crazy part about it, you go to Phoenix. Now Phoenix is nice. The Mercury is nice. If you would have stayed in Chicago, I know Jeff is Jeff. The team would have been your team. You would have been the premier veteran. So you kind of ran away from being the starter team. So you already won a championship. It's not like you you just had to bear it. You won a championship. It would have been your team. Even though Angel Kamilla, if they're rookies, it would have been your team as a veteran. But you go to Phoenix and kind of like you like the third person when you could have been the first person, and you could have led them, showed them how to win.
Let me respond to Reddick. I'm sorry. Let me respond to Reddick. Reddick, you're right. It was Michael Alter, right? For Gabby. Gabby wanted to go home and play, right? And they basically, if she left to go play, they weren't going to pay her, and then they were going to let her out the contract. So that was the situation with Gabby, right? And two, they, like I said, they see them in college, but sometimes they don't see how it will possibly translate. I'm not saying that in a sense. I definitely get what you're saying, Ms. D. I'm not saying it as though as if they didn't think that Kamilla and Angel would come in and be a big factor, right? Is sometimes you just don't know how rookies pan out. you can see some things that they do in college. When you're a guard, you're more inclined to watch guards, right? And so she knew that they were going to get Kamilla in the third, or whoever the third pick was. So if the third pick was going to be Angel or Kamilla, you were going to get either one of them. So you knew you were going to get one of them, right? So at the end of the day, and you're willing to stay, but it's the other players that also moved around that was a big factor in Kai making her decision. So yeah, but yeah, Ready Mukawea, yes, that's correct on
But
Gabby.
but look, she didn't see. She, like I said, that could have been her team.
Yeah,
You go
Mm.
to Phoenix, no disrespect. I think I don't know. It could have been your team because yes, Teaspoon was a rookie, but look at the lineup. She ain't had no foresight. I'm not trying to blame her. I'm just saying she had no foresight because you have
right,
Katie Carter, you still got Izzy, you still had E Will, you still had Michaela, you still had Mabry,
right.
Dan Evans, Angel. Come on, Kai, you didn't see that?
Mm. Yep.
Hello. And
Right.
even all that young talent, you would have been the number one. Spoon would have looked towards you. You would have been the number one option. That would be your team. You ran away in a way from being you don't want to be the girl. You don't want to be that girl.
Right.
That's your team. That was your team. Because even if you went to last year, you went to Phoenix. You had BG and Diane Taurasi. When you could have stayed in Chicago, you already won a championship, and you could have been that could have been your team. Your team. Not Don Taurasi's, not Bernie Griner's, not Alyssa Thomas, not Satu. You could have been not the third option, the first option as a veteran. But what do I know?
No, you're right. I mean, hey, that's your opinion. You're absolutely right. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. Right. I think that I would have loved to have had Satu on this team.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get you put Satu with this group because now Satu can actually just concentrate on being a three, right? And being
And
a
so pretty
dominant
soon,
force.
I think Satu would come too.
Satu would have come. I believe she would have come. She adores Angel. She adores Angel. I mean, I say that Angel has touched so many people right now. I think they would all love to play with her, just not at Chicago.
I know
Right?
it. And
It's
it's not so much in Chicago. It's that
it's the
organization.
organization, right? I think they would come to Chicago if Chicago had Chicago Sky. Let me be specific, right? If they had the amenities that a team needs and it wasn't so toxic, right? So
Right.
the word around the league is that the organization is just bad. The leadership is bad, right? So no player, if they have a choice, would want to come in and play for that. Can they come in and make a difference? Sure, they can, but I don't think they're looking at it from that standpoint. I wish they would, right? Because if you come in and you can help make a difference, I think it would turn the organization around as a whole from the top. And it allowed those guys from the top to understand, hey, well, that wasn't truly my pick. The players like her. We're going to take her because the players feel like that they can play well with this individual. And when they do that, and then it turns around, it's like, oh, yeah, I picked her. No, come on, man. The players want to play with her. That's the difference. Sometimes as an owner, you make decisions, but you also got to make the decision based on what the chemistry will be on the floor, along with the players that you already have. So the players, people say, well, the players don't have a say. They don't have a say in a lot of the final decisions, but I do think that it is some conversation because you got to find what fits with the team that you have. I think that Satu would fit. Khalil Kappa definitely would have fit because she would have been the leader, of course, right? She would have been the it girl and she would have been the leader of this team. And I think that she would have been someone that could have given Angel and Kamilla the great guidance that they need from a leadership perspective. I don't think that Mabry had it in her to do that. Could Mabry have stayed? Yes, we would have loved to have had Mabry stay and continue to be that the play like she's playing now for Chicago. If she could have played for Chicago the way she's playing now, then Chicago would have won more games than none last year, even with her before she left, right? And I don't think that she would have left at that point because then she would have had Kai to play with. So you see, it all kind of plays and intertwine together. And players, I don't want to say that some of them are making decisions based on emotions. You have to do what's best for you in your career because it's such a business, and you have to think from a business standpoint. You can't think, oh, I love this person, I want to play with this person. It's from a business standpoint. How will it suit you? How will it better fit you? And how will it accommodate you all at the same time? So,
Right.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
But I just think that she didn't see the vision, you know.
no,
Right.
she didn't.
No, she didn't see it.
Because,
You're right.
like I said, they could have been your team. Now you go to Phoenix, and just like last year, you're the third option.
Yeah.
Instead of being, you could have been the first option veteran. You know, when we talk about Errol Atkins, we be talking about you. But hey, what do I know?
Oh,
She said, yeah, she did leave, but she, if they offer her something, she probably would have, knew in. Maybe she would have came over to help the Twin Towers if that's what she wanted to do. And she probably didn't think she was gonna get the AT and DB coming over there. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You didn't think that in the beginning because that's when you put so much trust in your organization, and what you can't do that because they'll turn on you at any given time. They don't, a lot of these organizations just like for the players to put up and shut up. They don't care nothing about no relationships.
You're right. Put up and shut up.
They
Now
don't
to transfer you, how to move you. Now you over here. You got to produce. So she's there and she locked in and she got to produce up there at Mercury.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's true. She got traded, but I think they still wanted her. She wanted to walk away from it. So it's not like Chicago didn't want her, but I know she
I
like
don't
in the
think they
way.
didn't want her. I think she just saw what the newness of the team. I don't think it was she didn't want
Well,
to stay.
it really wasn't newness. You still had talent. I don't know how she not see the talent. You know, that team with her last year, man, that team could have been dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Kennedy Carter with her guards ahead, Dana Evans play, not with attitude. The Dana Evans we see now, Mabry. Come on, they not thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, she just I don't see her coming back. She loves Angel, and she just gonna love her from afar. just she gonna love her from afar. That's it.
When you got all these players coming out talking about the sky and stuff, and look, even the college players, everybody's watching, and it's just sad. It's just sad and messed up. You know what I'm saying, for our players, but everybody knows and see it. They may not say nothing, but everybody knows and they see what's going on. And you don't know, they probably say, I love my girl, but
I'm saying so they're not going to get the veterans, so they have to start young because the young players have no choice. You get drafted by Sky.
Sloop trying to come back.
No, go home. No, go home.
She said, "Go home."
No. That's another thing Jeff do. He promised players that should be promised. He promised Rachel Brown this and Sloop that. Come on, no. Let me know he's not a good general manager because the players he got starting are traditionally they're not starters. They've never been starters like that, and they're role players. And you put them in a position that they're not comfortable in, and you could tell on the floor. So no, go home, retire.
BD, look, BD, they're gonna lose both of them if they don't get a change in the organization.
They are after their contract.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what they're gonna do with the core because they can core you like they did Kelsey Mitchell.
She said they were gonna do that. Carly said they were gonna do that with them. She talked about if she ain't talking about nobody else like that, them Twin Towers. Right. She said enough. You know what I'm saying? She didn't say a lot, but she said enough, Miss D.
But if they change that rule, I don't know if they're gonna keep that core because I think a lot of players fight for that.
I don't know
Go,
what they're gonna do, but that
go,
CBA gonna tell us everything. That CBA is
go.
gonna tell us everything. When that
No, you know you some day. Okay, she playing good now. Goon, goon. No, Keisha Patrick, she playing great.
Miss
Okay,
B, you know
Curry,
how
no,
Goon the
I
shoe
know
is.
he love her some. He love her some Dana Evans, the Curry Dog Jr. He love her.
Oh,
Hey,
big.
Goon. Dana is right where she needs to be.
He know it. He watching her too.
Right
She's
on the
right where she
bench,
needs to be.
backing up
You know
Jackie.
why I say that? Because she's flourishing in her position. When she was in Chicago, I think it was too much put on her and the emphasis of what she wanted to do and then try to be a leader all at the same time. Sometimes for certain players where they are, they just need to be find a way to be happy. Because if she was the way she was in Chicago, it doesn't do Chicago any good, right? You want players to go where they gonna flourish, where they gonna play, where they're gonna do be their best. If she is who you say she is, Goon, she's gonna do a perfect job, a dang near perfect job, because no one's perfect, right? She's going to get that job done up there with the aces. Chicago wasn't for her anymore. It was good when she was here, but now it's time for her. It's time for her to move on.
Big
Tony,
girl, big girl said, I remember when
good.
Kai said, you don't know a player until you play with them, no matter what's being said. I think it was so much virtual around Angel name until people weren't sure about her.
She still, that's still think she should have stayed because that's your team. That would be your team as the veteran. That's still, even though you're bringing in Angel Camilla, she could have been. A lot of players want the team to be theirs, and that was a perfect place. You had a rookie coach. The rookie coach is going to probably look towards you. That was going to be your team. You just didn't want it. You threw it away. You ain't want that. A lot of players don't want it like they say they do. You know, and Dana Evans wanted it. She thought she wanted it, but she's not a star. She played her position, and she thought she was better than what she was in Chicago, and she found out she wasn't, and so she caught attitude. But she's in the right place where she could be a nice addition or a nice backup or whatever. So she played her position. Sorry, Goon.
Yeah, but I agree to a certain extent, right? Because I also agree with what's being said in the chat, right? Dana was lied to, as do all players. All players are lied to at some point, right? She was lied to that this was going to be her team, her and Mabry. The starters were supposed to also incorporate a girl who's in New York with her girlfriend, and when you just have when stuff becomes so messy, and then players don't want to play like they know how to play because they're trying to prove you better than none. Well, if you ain't gonna do this, well, this is how I'm gonna be. Well, I'm not gonna pass the ball to this person because I want to pass the ball to that person. Well, I want to play with this person more than that person. You said that this was gonna be our team. Sometimes, as players such as Dana, they got to understand that things change, and you play with who's ever on the floor, and you make it work with whoever's on the floor. And sometimes that's just what we have to do. We have to make sure that for the love of the game, you're gonna play better. You're gonna give more. You're gonna fight to the best of your ability to be the best player and the best version of you. She could have been that player like they said she was overseas for Chicago and been that dominant guard, that dominant one, because they moved her to a one. She wasn't the one before. She was the two, right? So when you're a two and you're being made to play the one, which she does have better handles, way better handles than HVL, right? HVL is another two that they're grooming for a one. So you players aren't going to look their best when they're playing out of position.
And that's
But
true.
at
That's true.
some point she needed to make it work. And if she would have had the same positive attitude that she had in the beginning of the season, came mid-season all the way to the end, I think that she would have been able to be the one to help will the team to win more games. It shouldn't have been on Kennedy, who's kamikaze in her mind, right? As the bucket getter, we get it. Could have used her even this year. She too have to get out her own head and play within the realm of the game and stop thinking she's bigger than the game. If those players could have thought about that and been on one accord last year, they would have been in the playoffs, even when Angel went down. And that's just that. Sometimes you just got to get out your own head and play within the realm of the team. And it's sometimes it's just it's not about you. It's bigger than you. It's about the team. And when you start thinking and making it about just you, which towards the end Dana did, because she wanted out. She wanted out because she was lied to. And then they couldn't get her out. So for those that think that Dana wanted out and nobody wanted her to leave, that was a lie. Dana, nobody at the time was willing to take her. Now, in the beginning, when she first wanted out, they were willing to take Dana. But when someone behind the scenes that know what's a little bit about what's going on, such as I do, once you get midway in the season, right? You ask for a trade. Marina's trade before the All Star was perfect because I'm telling you, had we come back from the All Star game and we lost those two games back to back, Marina probably would not have been able to be traded either.
Mm,
So
interesting.
you got to look at it from a business standpoint. This is all about being a business. And
Yeah.
and although we as fans we want so much for our players and different things, it would be great, right, to let them all just have their way. Because if we let them all have their way, everybody would be everywhere at all times, and no team would never remain the same. But I say this: you pick your poison. Once you pick your poison, you locked in with that poison for the remainder of the contract that you sign, and you make it freaking work. Right now, the league is getting ready to be like college, and I hate it that players are just all over the place. You never know if they did well with one team, but to them it wasn't enough. So they go to another team and then another team and then another team. You got players that then transfer three different schools in college already. It's ridiculous.
Mm.
Not,
It's
you know what?
ridiculous.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You know why I say that, Tony? Because how the coaches used to have the power, and they would try to sabotage the players as far as keeping them on the team, even though it's not going to work for both parties. And look. I know I don't want players to go. I don't want my favorite players to leave, but at the same time, I understand. They had
Mhm.
to have you making money off these players, and they are the product, and I don't like it necessarily, but I understand. And so I'm not mad at that. But I'm gonna say this one thing about Dana Evans. I know she wins, but I'm gonna say this one thing about Dana Evans. She was not lied to. Because Teaspoon, when the fans like, come on, take her out the game. She sabotaged. She's not playing very well on both ends. They gave her ample time to play. It was a not they didn't give her. They gave her a long leash. And one of the reasons why a lot of teams didn't want her, they said, okay, she's a decent player, but her contract, they didn't want that contract.
No,
They they didn't want that contract. She made a lot. She
that
has a
that's
no
part of
trade.
it, but
Right.
that's part of it, but it's
Right.
still a part of the fact that when you're the veteran, right, and you're
Right.
sitting at that round table
Right.
and you're saying this is what we have and these are going to be our starters and this is what we're going to play with, and we're going to
Right.
bring in the rookies to play behind this person and this person and that person,
Right.
right? And then it doesn't pan out. That is lying to the players, right?
Well,
Of course, the
for
players
Dana,
have to understand. They
uh,
have to understand that things do change, and that just because we said that this was going to be the lineup does
right.
not always equate to that being the lineup. And when you're a player, you have to understand that that's a part of it, and you can't get upset about it as a player. You just have to play,
But
right? You
listen,
can't get mad. So she lost her position to Allen. Before that, they took the ball out of her hands. They had Marina bringing up the ball more, like just different things like that. They told her she was going to be the one. And
Mm.
then they basically put the ball in other people's hands because they felt like she wasn't getting it done. So in
she
a
had the
sense,
playing
it's
time.
being lied, but she also got to understand just because they told you that and these were going to be your starters and this is who you're going to work with,
Right.
and in your mind you're thinking this is where we are. It happens that way. But
That was
again,
their fault. That wasn't
yeah,
Spoon fault. But
yeah,
Spoon
no,
did
it wasn't
still
Spoon fault by far. It wasn't Spoon
still
fault by far.
Dana still got the time. So I don't understand what her attitude was. It was times where she got a lot of more minutes than even Lindsey Allen. So it's not like that she did. Maybe her role, they promised her a role, but she had the time, and there was times where she should have been on that bench. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave that alone. But
But
yeah.
when Lindsay Allen came in and played a part, right? Lindsay Allen was just more poised with the ball. It doesn't mean that she should have been the main one, but if that's the coach's decision, that's the coach's decision. I see you, Goon. I'm following along. I hear you.
No, that's not
But
true.
at the same time, no, Lindsay Allen came in and she did a pretty decent job. She was the
Exactly.
more solid. She was the more solid one, which
Right.
is her true position. It was not Dana's true position. So, Goon, you bringing her up. I'm saying that to say this. You got to look at people's positioning. They wanted to make Dana a one. Dana's your shooter. Yes, she can bring the ball up sometimes. And I'm talking to Goon.
Right.
She can bring the ball up sometime because the two is supposed to help the one bring the ball up the floor. But Dana was made to be the one, and Dana is not a one. Dana's a two, a shooter. You know that. I know that, Goon. Come on, man.
I think they
Stop
did
giving
that
everybody a time in the chat
because
behind your favorite player.
right. But look,
Woo,
I
wait.
think they did that because even though she's a two, the way the league is going, she's small, and so they probably put her at the one because she's smaller. But that's not
No,
her
they saw
game.
what she did. They saw what she did overseas, and they
Okay.
wanted her to bring that. They wanted her to bring that back to the league, right?
Right.
She did a phenomenal job. She did a phenomenal job
And that's
overseas. She
weird
did.
because a
I
lot of
got to
players
give her that. Can't take that.
overseas like they be playing and I think I'm gonna say this is gonna be controversial. I think the overseas is more physical, so I don't understand how you can't translate that. You know,
Well, I mean, you can. So I
I don't.
can't think about. I can't think what Spoon is thinking, right? I think that Spoon did a decent job.
No,
Spoon
not
could
talking
have
about
had
school. I'm
more
saying how
plays
come
in her
Dana could not
repertoire.
translate? How come she
Yeah.
couldn't translate that playing point? I didn't.
Hey,
I didn't.
it's just players. I mean, look at HBO.
Uh,
She's having a difficult time. I mean, it's the same thing. She's
yeah,
having a
but she gonna
difficult
have to
time,
do that
right?
because the shooting guards are big. So I think she would it would be best suited for a one
Yeah,
for
and
HBL.
that's why they're training her as a one, right?
And she
Because
needed
for as
training.
height wise, she's too short.
and
She's
and,
too
and
short.
her defense is at the point of attack. She gonna work on that.
She's not
Two
that
things.
bad of a defender. She just needs to get on the floor more. She's not that bad of a defender.
Donna said two things can be true at the same time. Kai gave Sky 6 years of her playing career, got a chip, and she didn't know how the skyscrapers would fare out. Be fair.
Absolutely. Just what I
Chemistry,
said.
chemistry lost, and Kai did what was best for her.
I know what. Well, yeah. Donna, see, in a way, and I'm just saying. But from my perspective, a lot of players always say that they want to be. Well, they say it sometimes verbally or how they act that they want the team to be their team. So, despite of losing all those veterans, as the veteran, that could be your team. A lot of players want that. They want a team to be their team. So you go
I
to
hear you.
Phoenix and that's fine, but that's not your team, and it still ain't your team. Even when BG got traded or left and Don Tarasi retired, you could have had your team. That was your team. You're the veteran. You've been there 6 years, like you said, and you want a chip. Spoon was going to rely on you, but she didn't want that. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, well, Dana.
All right, look, we ain't gonna talk about Dana. She can be right.
Dana.
We ain't gonna talk about no Dana. It's
It
over.
says
No
Dana.
more
Look,
Dana.
Dana, you own the Aces. You know that old girl didn't play. You doing your thing. You doing your thing over there, Dana,
No,
on the Aces.
no,
That's
no more
all we can
Dana.
say for
Look,
that.
Big
look.
girl. Big girl. You're
Uh,
right. She was in college. But for the league, right? She was a two. She was
right,
a two, right?
right.
And sometimes let's put this in perspective, right? Because so was who we got playing the one right now that everybody just don't want playing the one right now, right? She played the one in college too, but she's in the league as a shooter. She's in the league as a shooter. So your positions change. And when you're in that role, you just got to play that role. Sometimes it's hard to get back to what you were in college. Let's take IE Angel for example, right? Angel came into college as a guard pretty much, right? She was just big. She got hurt, so she played the all around position, right, at Maryland. Then she got hurt. She came back. They told her she was going to be in the post. But how they played her, she wasn't ecstatic about it. She went to LSU. What did Mulkey say? You going to get your behind in that post and you going to work. Guess what? She had no choice but to do that, and she was successful at it. Now in the league, she come in the league to do the same thing, play that position. But Tyler Marsh and the Panther, Jeff B, got other plans to bring her back to what she used to be. Here's where we are with the same thing with the Dana Evans, with what's her name that we have right now. Same thing with HVL. You see these players just moving around in positions, and sometimes they're just doing what they're comfortable in. They're doing what they're comfortable in. That's why I said Dana is better at playing the one than HVL right now, right? Because Dana already have had that experience getting back into that role by playing with Sky. Even when Kai and those guys were there, when she would come in, she would play also switch out, bringing the ball up the floor. But her main job was to get in and shoot. We have to look at that. We can't overlook that, right? It's not as easy sometimes trying to regain back the muscle memory of a position that you were playing before. I like people to see my face. Let me put my face back on here.
Give me a few minutes. I'll be back. Give me a few minutes.
Yeah, the positions in which you were playing before. So we're little twinges. I get you guys. I trust me. I'm very keen on positions, right? I'm not very tall. I'm 5'4". I was a hell of a one, and I could shoot the smack out of a basketball. But at the end of the day, there was no way they weren't going to just keep me as a shooting guard because of my height. Sometimes your height plays a big difference. It plays a huge difference.
Yeah.
I was a guard. I got in your shit, and there ain't nothing you were gonna do about it either. You ain't nothing you gonna do about it. You was gonna deal with it, get the ball stolen from you, and we go another way. So you gotta take whatever coach you're playing for, whatever position they want you to play. You just got to play that position to the best of your ability, and you just can't let stuff get to you. I know there was more than just the on the court stuff. There was the off the court stuff. And if players want to go, I'm a firm believer in letting them leave. Why? Because all they're going to do is have that misery, and they're going to be a sourpuss for your team, and it's just not gonna. It's going to mess with the chemistry.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm cool with that. Dana's doing what she needs to do over there at the Aces. I think the minutes that she's getting, she's coming in, she's being productive, and that's good for her. I'm excited for all the players that have made the moves. And they're getting what they want, and they're supporting the team that they're with, whether they're starting, they're not starting, they're getting minutes, or they're not playing. I mean, look at Lindsay Allen. I feel horrible for her as she's over there in Connecticut, and she's not even playing. She's riding the pine. At this point, we could have kept her. We could have used her at that one position because at least she did a decent enough job in some of those games that would help us at this point. It would have been nice to kind of keep her in that aspect. How you doing there, Keisha? I see you.
Yeah, I see you, Keisha. Oh no,
it's hot. I know it's hot. Here, have a drink. This
oh
apple
my gosh. They better take care of you, Keisha. We need you.
That's why I didn't call you and bother you this morning. Plus, I slept in, Keisha. I got up after 12:30. I slept all morning. But yeah, I mean, Chad, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, right? I love the debate. Tell me where it is that if you feel a player should be made to stay somewhere where they just going to be a cancer for your team. If a player wants to leave, let them leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let them go. Let them find their way, because sometimes the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works in their benefit.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a teachable moment.
Yeah, it's a very teachable moment.
She, you know, she didn't. Yes, guys, she did not do right. She she was wrong. She was totally wrong. But we don't know her. We don't know her growth. We don't know what she believed in. We don't know how hard of a hit she took when she did. Trust and believe. We may not see it, but she fully understands now.
She understands, and I think she's very comfortable.
What better place to send her? What better place to send her is to the Aces, where you know Becky could care less.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I see her playing over there at the Aces, and she's happy, right? So if she's happy, let her go and be happy. I mean, if she's putting on the front, eventually it'll show. I mean, I know that she want more minutes. You can see that she want more minutes. But right now, I mean, she playing behind the Mambo. She playing behind Chelsea Gray. I mean, yeah, Chelsea Gray. She playing behind the other guard. I mean, you got so many great guards over there, but I still think that she's okay with the time that she's given.
Yeah,
and she looks happy. So whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
But right now, every veteran should be selling themselves. So any minutes that they get on the floor, they should be playing the hell out of the minutes, because next year with everybody contract the way it is, and players are going to move around anyway, who's to say she's going to stay at the Aces?
Right. With Becky, especially, man, right. So yeah, you want to come out there when you do. You're right, so pretty Tony. You want to do what you got to do when you get on that court, because everybody's watching. It's a lot more. It's a lot more coming in to next year. I keep going back to that CBA. It's a lot. Then you got 2 new teams coming on top of the drama that we already dealing with. So they gonna come and they gonna pick up the players they want to pick up. You don't know who they want and who they can get. But it's gonna be off the chain coming into that new season. But change is coming. I know. Look, they're gonna have to get them. They're gonna have to get them players what they want with that CBA. They're gonna have to pay them players before moving forward with anything else.
Goon, she's not always a starter. Goon, come on now. I'm watching the games too. Stop it. Stop it in the chat.
Goon had you. Goon.
Stop it, Goon. I'm looking at stop it, Goon. She ain't always a starter.
He gonna have you too. Look, you dropping your drink, messing with Goon.
No, he ain't making me drop my drink.
Look, you gotta let Goon get his Dana Evans love off in the chat.
You get your well, why don't you go get her number? DM her, Goon. Shit. Go to DM her. That's your favorite player. Go ahead on, Goon. Go get her number, man. Go get her.
Big girl talking about I should block Goon. Big girl, y'all know
I'm messing with you, Goon. I'm fooling with you. You good, Goon. You good.
Everybody need a Goon. Look, it makes the conversation go. You know what I'm saying? Him and Tola can go back. She wins in the
Goon and I did this when I first started coming in everybody's chat, and then we fell off. We back at it now, Goon. Me and you, we back at it.
He gonna glaze
Dana to death. Yeah, he gonna glaze her to death. That's why I told him just go ahead and get in her DM.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see you, Keisha.
I see you, Keisha.
we pray everything go good, and that y'all take it easy today. Get y'all some food and drinks in between, because that moving, I hate moving. It ain't no joke. It's no joke. But yeah. Let me see. What is that? All right, about to get my daughter from her dad's house. I'm listening to. Okay, she wins, mama. Look at that good mama right there. That's how you do it. What did she say? I tried to schedule so I can keep everything straight too. Oh yeah, we were talking about you, Keisha. Your scheduling, girl, is top tier, not tier C. Okay, tier 1. Keisha, that's when you start regrouping and throwing away stuff, and man, it's not for the weak either. What do say? Oh well, okay. You can say that.
Oh, okay, good. We got you. We got you. Thank
Man,
you for speaking up
look,
for your. Thank you for speaking up for Chicago Sky.
yeah,
We
BD,
appreciate you.
having our kids. Look, we sometimes God gotta say, slow down, ADP, slow down, because our kids look, they do sports, they do this, they do that. You gotta go to appointments. You look, like you be nonstop. Whew, that's some work in itself. You hear me? And then my son talking about guys, he want to probably do wrestling next semester. I said, oh my gosh, now I'm really feel like a slinky. He do that one. But yeah, that's okay though. Great parents, that's what great parents have to do. We gotta look out for our kids, and whatever they need us to do, and whatever we need to do, we gotta be there for them. It's a nonstop drive. And BD, I salute you because I heard some of your stories. So it's no joke out there. You got us. We'll stand together. Them kids out there get the hot heads and all that stuff. Hey, sometimes you might have to put that in the chat. What I need to do because he's feeling himself at this time. If they get that, and if you can survive a teenage series with your kids, you good because that's when everything is starting to come. But yeah, it was a good. I appreciate this live, guys. Y'all talking about that data. They'll get goo to shoot a blood pressure up. But just overall, you had to use you have to use players as examples. You
Yeah,
know, um,
absolutely.
and it just had to be look. It just had to be Dana today. And but she's doing good over there. We know what our Twin Towers need. We don't know what's getting ready to go down for next year. You know what we getting ready to do?
All they can do is stand strong.
We're gonna enjoy our championship. We're gonna enjoy Unrivaled in football. That's what we get ready to do because we got to regroup after this season with Chicago. We got to regroup and stuff like that. But you do, guys. Don't forget the Angel Show is coming up.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the chat.
What they say?
There you go,
I'm
ham in
back.
that chat.
That chat is funny, boy. That chat is funny.
What you talking
Sorry,
about,
Oh,
y'all.
Dana? I
I
see. I see
love
what
the
you said,
chat.
Tony. Tony, you said tell Goo to get her DMs.
Yeah, I
That was
told him
funny.
just go ahead and get him a DMs, man.
That was funny. He should. He the only one. Dana, 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 Dana,
Yeah,
Dana, Dana,
Dana,
Dana,
Dana
Dana.
can't miss no beat with Goon the shooter, but
Good,
yeah,
stop it, dude. That's funny.
but we're gonna that's what we're gonna do for as regrouping our minds and stuff like that. Tony, Miss D, I forgot what was y'all who are y'all top five teams for the playoffs, and who you think gonna make it to the championship?
Uh, okay, you want to go first, Miss D?
Top 5 teams: Lynx, Dream, Aces, Mercury, and Liberty. And depending on the how the Liberty injuries go, it's gonna be a rematch, maybe with the Liberty and Lynx. But it could be a combination of the Dream, because the Dream they get you all excited. I like their team, but they up and down. And then when they have leads, they can't hold them because they be trying to shoot jump shots and threes instead of going inside and using their skyscrapers or their towers.
Who is that?
Huh?
Who you talking about, Atlanta?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Atlanta.
Right.
They can make the championship because they have the guards. I like their guards. I like their wings. Of course, BG she give you what she give you, and Bree Jones, but they're not consistent. So they could be a surprise team. Also Phoenix, but I think it's gonna be a rematch. Aces, I'm worried because they don't have that bench. The bench is gonna hurt them. So I want Asia, but I don't like the bench. It's not
Mm.
enough. You're not bringing in any scoring off the bench. But I might be wrong. But go ahead, Tony.
Um, my 5 teams are the same. You got Lynx, New York, Dream, Mercury, Aces, and I didn't put them in any particular order. I just called off my 5. Right. Um, right now, without Fee, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a long road ahead in the playoffs for Lynx, but I do see them being in the finals. Now they might surprise us all and not make it, right? Because I think everybody see them being in the finals again. New York, if Brianna Stewart comes back, Stewie comes back, it gives them another entity that allows them to be 100% and compete. I'm stuck on if they're going to be back, if it's going to be a repeat of the same two. I think Aces are playing well right now. They've won 10 straight. they've won 10 straight. They're playing well right now. And if they can continue to play well like that, I still can't say that they will be in a final. For me, I'm still up in the air on the second final team.
Okay.
I'm going to be up in the air until the playoffs start. Once that first round hit and I watch how everybody's playing, then I can tell you who, unless you're saying, no, Tony, you got to give me an answer right now.
No, you don't. You don't.
I'm up in the air on the second team. But again, it depends on both those teams, New York and Liberty, having 100%. I believe the dream is a sight for eyes to see. BG she kind of toyed around throughout the season, but now she's playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They know what crunch time is, and she knows how to get it out the mud when it comes to crunch time. She's another one of Kim Mulkey's products, right? So getting it out the mud when you need to, she can. She's up there in age, so she do take some plays off, where in the playoffs, she won't be able to take none off at all. I think that the guards are doing a great job. If they can continue to play together and be consistent, you never know. They may jump in there. They may jump in there, right? Ace, like I said, Ace is playing well. Atlanta's playing well. Atlanta's just beating everybody right now because they're on one accord. And when you're on one accord, it doesn't matter if you have the best players on your team or not. It's just how do you play together? How well do you play when the moment counts? Mm-hmm. So that's why I said I need to see what the playoffs brings come that first round, and that's going to determine for me. I feel that with having the Lynx full strength, it's going to be tough to beat them. So I see them for sure. Everyone else, I just have to see how it plays out, because Aces can have great moments and then they can fall apart. And I'm just going to say it. It's guard play, right? They can fall apart. They got to come together at all times. Yeah. Smith just has to continue to do what she's doing. I think it was a great move for her too. Just like it was a good move for Dana, it was a good move for Smith. Her plan with Asia has elevated her game, and I think that was a great thing for her. I appreciate the league for putting her somewhere that helps her. She's another San Antonio kid. I live in San Antonio, so I'm always going to root for my Texas players more so. But each team, I have a favorite player on each team. I don't depict one whole team over another, right? I have players that I like, and I have players on each team that I like. So that's why I can be, I know how to kind of put myself in a position where I'm not being biased. So, and Mercury, when you look at how they played this year, they are a team that definitely is a team to contend with. But as of the last 4 games, if they don't play together and utilize AKA the unicorn the way they need to utilize her, it's going to be tough for them in the playoffs. Thomas is going to get what she's going to get. She's going to do well. But when you're trying to play to make your significant other, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to leave it at that moment right there. You have to play the way you played before she came. Now she's here. She's going to have to incorporate herself to be able to play within the dynamics of that particular team. And that's how I see the players right now. That's how I see the 5 teams. That's my take on the 5 teams. and so we'll see what happens.
Can I say
Okay.
this, ADP?
Yeah,
Like you said,
you up next.
the Mercury problem is the teams they play has a post presence, and I think that's missing. So the style they play in the regular season sometimes not going to translate in the playoffs because it's going to slow
Right.
down a little bit, and the defense is going to get more pinpoint. And so those teams they playing is going to have an advantage because they're mostly teams that's going to go inside out. They're not playing that style they play. Might not be the style that's they'll give you problems in the
Yeah.
playoffs. They'll play you tough. You know, they go play you down the wire, but
Yeah.
they not unless they had a post player. I think that's what they missing from the playoffs because a lot of these teams, they like the Liberty got posts, Aces got posts, uh, the Dream got posts, Link. So yeah, they couldn't give some problems. But there was one team that I you know what, if they get in, they'll give you some problems, of course, and that's Seattle. But they kind of up and down. I forgot about Seattle, but they on the outside
But
looking in.
Seattle may surprise you. They may
Yeah,
surprise.
no, I'm not saying that. Yeah, you know, you got Neka and Skyler, and then the young post players,
Yeah.
Magagord and Malanga is playing
Uh
pretty
huh.
good. But you know, sometimes they kind of like the Dream. They look real
Mhm.
good, and they lose some teams. So you be like, what is going on? They don't know how to utilize the talent they do have. They can be dangerous, but if they don't make the play, I mean, I won't be surprised if they don't make the playoffs because they're not consistent. And
Mhm.
then you still have Mystics and the Sparks coming in the rear, but I don't know. I doubt it with those two. But Mystics kind of still too young. The Sparks is not consistent, but if they get in, it can be dangerous because you know you got those post players, Hamby and the Stevens, but and of course Rikia Jackson could do some do some things and Plum Dog, but yeah, that's all I want to say.
Uh,
Super.
BD. Well, they were naming. We all were naming like our top, five or six teams or whatever for as far as the the playoffs are concerned and the championship. Now he said, guys, he noticed. Word on the chat is that he noticed that you guys had mentioned the fever.
I can't mention the fever. If they would have look, they got too many injuries. It's catching up with them. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. As much as I like Kelsey Mitchell and Leah Boston, I think the injuries are finally catching up because you have to have guards as well, and who's going to pass it to them? And so, yeah, I'm sorry, BD. The
No, no.
fever,
Go ahead.
yeah, is not going to make it because the injuries is going to catch up with them.
So my take on the Fever is the Fever's gonna make the playoffs. They'll be in that top eight, right? But will they make it past the first round? The fact remains. Can't can't give a definite on them because right now, um, I just don't see where they're going to overcome the other teams that we named off. The five teams that we named off, they're just playing so well, and they're beating the Fever. You know, it's kind of like when you look at their matchups, they could be 1-1 or 2-1 or 1-2 against the opposing five, right? However, the playoffs, like you just said, Ms. D, is a different beast. Players step in a way that you've never seen them step up. That's just the nature of the game. You got something you're fighting for, and you're fighting to stay alive for the next round. I just they would have to. I'm from the show me state. That's the state of Texas. You got to show me. So show me what you're working with in that first round. That's why I said the first round is going to be extremely important on how things might turn around with the top five that we said, because then there will be teams that won't be there. So at that point, you just have to see where they are. I think Mitchell is playing extremely well. Again, AB is always going to do AB in the post. So the determining factor is going to be the guards on their team that plays alongside of them, the two of them. It won't be them two because they're going to perform. They always perform. It's going to be what will the other players do to help them out in the playoffs. That's my take on Fever.
Yeah. So there you have it, BD, and I didn't mention them because I don't know. I have my little teams up on my little box, but I just see I see the Dream has probably been an upset to some teams, but far as the championship game is any man's game. So
So I'll be guys, I'll be like we get to go home on leave or whatever, so I'll be home on leave. So y'all like my background? I have a few of them, so you'll see some other backgrounds. I'll be home at that time, so you'll get more takes out of me because I'll have like nothing to do. So I'll be home for like 6 days, so I'll have nothing to do. So get on me starting Wednesday. From Wednesday to Sunday, I should be giving y'all something every day.
Okay,
that's all good.
I'll get them ideas.
We're gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna remind you in the group chat. I'm gonna remind you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Even if
no, she's supposed to remind me.
Miss D, even if she don't go for, even if she do her own 10-minute video, 3-minute video, it doesn't matter. Whatever So Pretty Tony can do in that week, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's more to it. You know what I'm saying? All go together.
Groon, you better have subscribed to my channel, Groon.
That's right, Groon. Subscribe to all our channels.
That's
so
right,
I can
guys.
debate you some more.
Right, well, guys. I've been 4 hours
in.
I've been 4 hours in on this live. I did not expect this. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead about an hour. You know what I'm saying? I was like, everybody used to me being on D Block. I ain't gonna stay long or whatever, but we are 4 hours in. And
man, see, when you talking, you see what happens.
Yeah, this is man. I'm telling you, it's because we're part. Look, this community rubs off on each other. You know, once you find your footing in it, it's like, okay, bye 30 minutes or an hour shows or whatever. You wind up going 1 hour, then it's 2, and then you be like, dang, I feel like KSAP now right about now. Yes, T. Kamilla right in the daytime, not on D Block.
Right. Day hours. Yep.
Yeah. Look, you know, hey Van, we about to get up. I know everybody's shocked on this early block. I'm shocked. Hey, okay, you want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi, little one. Yeah, me and my grandson talking about Gigi, play Baby Shark. He wears out the Alexa. So.
Yeah, look, they know Alexa better than we do. I'll be like, Alexa, how you gonna turn on me and work for the kids and leave me hanging? I say Alexa, I gotta do about 10 times, and they learn Alexa real quick, guys, too.
No, look, but they know technology better than we do. You be like, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean, he's 2. I showed him one time, and he hits all the Alexas. He just hits them all. I showed him, and then that was it. He runs with it now.
Everybody moving. T. Carmella, Keisha,
well, thank you for watching the Tulip on Playback.
And you moving your sister into college. Everybody doing some things.
Oh man, yeah.
That is awesome. I know afternoon D Block Van. Yeah, I don't look. I gotta be obedient. This is what God said do. It look. I'm up here, but usually I do D Block because during the day and stuff with Casey and the kids and everybody. So that's why I do D Block. But Big Girl sounded off. She said, if you like the content from the ladies, please feel free to donate to the Cash App, their Cash Apps. Donate to grow their channels. With T. Kamilla. T. Kamilla said, I'll definitely will listen to the discussion y'all had today. Yeah, T. Kamilla, you know how we do. ADP come out here with her nurturing, her respect for them twin towers and stuff like that. And then, you know, the triplets come up. We triplets, we join together, and everybody can give, you know, balance off of that and give their take. And we at the end, we just come together. We just happy. Keep encouraging each other.
So happy.
And making So Pretty Tony. Look, guys, she got a whole week. So y'all make sure y'all got her. You make sure that you put your alerts on. Make sure you put your alerts on for all our channels because
oh, I wouldn't buy my computer. No auto tunes today. Sorry.
And Miss D, I asked the chat about the twinning on the D Block, the name of it. I gotta show you all the names they put in there.
Okay.
No auto tunes today. No T Carmella. No auto tunes trick bag today.
Right. No, I told her that.
Look, she gonna
Always
do
tease
that.
me in the chats.
You,
I'll be going
you
in.
never know how. Oh my gosh, Casey done had some chocolate, but you
I'm gonna
never
have to
know.
get a new cash. I'm gonna have to get a different. I'm gonna have to get a new cash app. I'm gonna change my name on Cash App. That's my whole government name.
Put it out there. I don't want to put my name. I'm sure some people knew it already, but
Hey, I don't care what they gonna do
yeah.
to me. Hey, I've been in the
Uh,
military a long
that's
time. You
true,
think I
right?
care
You'll
about
get them.
anything?
Look,
I care.
I ain't got the security like you, Tony. I ain't got security like you.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
security now. I got
um,
security.
I
I got
know.
all kind of security.
I
I got all
know.
kind
yeah.
of security.
You got that tools. You got them tools. I already know.
T
Don't
Carmella,
stunt
she said
don't
next
stunt
week.
the Tony. She
So
got them
pretty
tools.
Tony, T Carmella, let me put it up because
So what she say?
she said Pretty Tony is going to be doing an episode when right that look see they are going to hold you to it. Let me
They
tell
get on
you.
you, Tony. They
Let,
wrong.
let me tell
Hey,
you. This
first
take
of
no
all, I'm
place.
on with Bro Claude on Monday morning. I'm gonna
Ooh,
give you something in the evening. I'm working like I told you. I'm calling ADP right after this, and then I'm gonna bug Keisha. I got a couple of things to tweak. I told you I got 3 things today. If I get it done today, you'll see 3 back to back to back to back. I believe in back to back to back to back to back.
and then Miss D really calling you out. You know, let me tell you something. One thing about
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Tulip. I do, right? I appreciate that. I still look like I'm in my prime. That's right. That's right.
look, Riddick be on it. Y'all better listen. Riddick be
I
on it.
know.
When Riddick say something and she say it more than one time, there's a reason for it.
I did a
I've
recent
learned my
video. I
lesson.
did a video the
Ooh,
other
Miss
day.
D.
Check it
Ooh,
out.
Miss D.
Check it out, Reddit. I did a video the other day. Look, that D block. I'm old. It's taking me out. The D block taking me out. I can't hang like I used to.
Hey, as they
You
say,
know, in the
sleep
daytime.
is for the week. Sleep is for the week. I'm up all day long. I get up at 5. I'm on D block till 2:33, and I'm up at 5, and
Look,
then
I
I'm up
might
all
fall asleep
day.
on the live. Look, y'all gonna be like, "Is Derek snoring?" Miss D.
Sleep
I
is
say my
for the
real
week.
name. But yeah,
That's why I was crashed out this morning because I'm
Yeah,
praying
they were
from all
sleeping and
week.
stuff. My crazy, but like up on the panel this morning, talking about our twin towers. I just
he
felt
said she
like taking
glazing you
it.
like a goon do Dana.
She says I see us a sippy
Oh,
time.
Tula, that's so sweet. She put me up.
Don't be doing bro Claude like that. Is that
Oh,
CS and
that's
CP
tight.
time?
Hey,
Yeah,
goon is a
it's
page
Central Standard
hater.
Time. It's Central
Oh, that,
Standard
Goon,
Time.
you a
y'all
page
see
hater.
what Riddick said? Riddick said nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Riddick.
Oh wow.
Boom,
Whoa.
You sound like that song,
boom,
round and
Whoa.
round.
My
You sound like
boom.
that
That's
song.
God.
right.
Like what's that?
Whoa.
Nothing come for dreamers than dreams. Remember that?
Hey, clock that.
But
Clock
listen,
that.
She
Goon
Stamp
had
is a
that.
Paige Becker's hater. Goon is
man,
hating.
Riddick. You ain't had to do
Stop
us
it.
like that.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
you a troll. You a troll, Goon.
Yeah, that's a straight up bar tulip. That's a straight
Oh
up
my
bar one.
God.
I would say something, but that gonna strike up another conversation, and we got to get ADP off of here.
Yeah. So guys, yes, we are growing this community. We coming to you all different kinds of ways. KSAP just he just got the brains for it. He know when it comes to this community, he be like, oh, so pretty Tony. He's an encourager. You be in that chat thinking you're gonna stay in that chat. Next thing you know, you're gonna be on your own podcast. So it could be you in the chat, guys, if you want
Y'all
to
pull
do
me
it.
out, man. I can't type that fast. I could type fast now, mind you. I'm an analyst, but look. Sometimes this chat be going so fast. You
Yeah,
responding
it
to one,
do.
about
See,
12
they
more
can't
people that
see it.
popped up with something. I'm just like, wait a minute. I'm still answering the last person. Hold up. Yeah. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all. I do, man. I appreciate y'all a lot.
Yeah, we love and we
That's
support.
right. It's YouTube streets. It's the YouTube streets.
Yeah, it get to you once you get it. Once you get a little sniff of it,
I'm
man.
addicted now, boy. I'm addicted.
Yep, that's how it is. So, guys, I want to wish you the best week. I'll be in the chats. I want to wish y'all a great rest of you guys' day. I guess I'll be cooking today. I don't know what, but Enjoy your evenings, ladies. So Pretty Tony, I'll look for your call whenever you get time. Okay, Kamilla.
I ain't got nothing but time. I ain't got nothing but time. Look, my curtain. Look, my curtain just told me my curtain just fell off the thing. I got nothing but time on my hands.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys enjoy yourself, and I'll get with you. So Pretty Tony, Miss D, Miss D. You got to do what, Casey? You got to do your shows too.
Well, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, go tend to the baby.
All right, guys. I will
It's the
see
baby's
you guys
time now.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, Tony. Bye, ADP. Bye, chat. See ya. Bye-bye.
See you later. Kay said, you a little something. What you want?
Oh, I wanted to see.
You want to see?
Oh.
Mom, you heard me?
Pia,